Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. So lately I've been talking about a lot of my phrases have been like, sometimes things just don't go as planned. Well, isn't that the truth? Sometimes we plan, only to have it completely fall apart. And there's a saying too, like, life is happening when we're busy making plans. So we can spend so much time planning when life is happening around us. And it's like you're trying to plan and you plan and you plan. It's just not working. That can also be a sign that, your focus needs to go elsewhere. Yeah, so sometimes things just don't go as planned. And I even found the other day, I was talking to my daughter. My husband and my son are going to be away for a weekend, and then another time they're going for a day for a trip with a group with scouts. And I was like, let's, come up with some things we can do that day. Like, have some ideas and have some plans, but be open to possibilities as well. Because here's the thing, we can plan our days from the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed. And that doesn't allow us time to let life happen, to just be fun. Like, if, say we always went to a certain beach every day or did a certain thing every day, we will miss out on all the other beaches around us and all the other beauty around us. And there was even a time where I literally dropped everything I was doing that day because I heard that there was orcas in the area. And I was like, let's go, honey. And we went down, the kids were at school. I'm like, let's go. And I got to see them from far away. I'm not sure if I shared this already or not. It was a little while ago. But if I was like, not today, I have plans. I'll schedule this in later. I would have missed out on a beautiful opportunity. Now, I did sit on the beach a while, so I learned something. Got to bring some books to read and a snack and, other things, and maybe have my phone charged. But because my phone died too in the process. However, we can sometimes get lost in planning our days, planning our weeks, planning our month, our year, everything, only to miss out on other opportunities that are brought up. So we have in our house, we do have a schedule. My kids are in scouts, so my daughter's in Cubs and my son's in Beavers. So Monday and Tuesday is that. And then Wednesday, it's like a freestyle day, because they've been going on Monday and Tuesday. So we do freestyle. We call it a free day. And that is open. And then we have a cleaning day where, the kids do chores. And then Friday's grocery day. Weekends are fairly open. It depends on what we're doing, what the weather's doing, what friends are doing, birthday parties. There's so much going on now that we do leave our weekends fairly wide open. We have an idea of what that weekend's going to look like. Sometimes we don't. But say something happens, a friend invites us and I really want to go to something, I will drop what is going on, if I can, and go. I am open to things. I'm like, oh, no, not. I'm not going because I got this. Also with our weekends, we have ideas of what we want to do. But if somebody's like, hey, would you like to hang out or go have a fire on the beach or, different things like that, we try to stay open because, like I said, we can have so many plans and then you don't have time for things that just show up. And the one thing I want to say, though, because I've discovered this anyways personally, if I don't have a plan at all, nothing gets done. It's so easy to lose a weekend doing nothing. And I mean, watching TV, and I shouldn't say nothing, but where you don't feel like you weren't fulfilled from your weekend. It just kind of flew by because it's easy. It's easy to lose a weekend. Sleeping in and watching TV and just kind of lounging or, just kind of puttering, really, right? It's like my husband does that a lot. He'll do laundry and things, which is great. We need to fold laundry. The thing is we can constantly be puttering and then our weekend's gone. So it's about being mindful. And major one for us too is Sundays are fun day. We try not to do too much. Obviously we need to eat and, there's things that, certain things that need to happen. But we try to focus more on fun. Just have nothing really, nothing overbooked. per se. We try to go with the flow, but at the same time, it's like, oh, what beach do you want to go to? Or, maybe we, this and that. So we try not to do too many home projects or things like that. And try to go with whatever people are feeling that day. Like, do you want to craft today? Like if it's rainy, or should we watch a movie together and things like that. So it can be easy to overplan and it can be easy to underplan. And like everything in life, the best is balance. It's finding what works for you too, and finding balance in your thing. But it's allowing space for things to just flow. And like I used to be very rigid in my planning. Like I planned something and it had to happen. I also was so rigid that if a friend canceled on me, now this is more to do with my relationship with myself. But when a friend canceled on me, I was devastated. I'm like, no, like I don't know what to do with my time. I don't know, like why did they just cancel last minute? And I would like spiral out of control. I'd be like, oh my goodness, like what am I going to do now? Like I had to fill every space. So like I said, had everything to do with me. I didn't want to just have alone time. And now like I actually love my alone time. If somebody cancels now, I'm okay with that. It's like, one, I understand. I know it's like sometimes things happen and people just need to stay home and have their own space and time, and people get sick and things like that. So they need time for healing and things. So I understand from the other person's perspective, but I also get excited because I'm like, yay, now I have a little bit of space for me. We can also use planning as a mechanism to not look at ourselves. Like I said, I used to, like when a friend canceled, I would be devastated. One, I took it personally at times too. I was like, oh, why don't they want to hang out with me or whatever? Like there's so much stuff I was bringing in on that. The other one was I needed every waking hour planned. Now, back then, I didn't know I was over planning and over scheduling and things like that. But I was making sure my life was busy so I wouldn't have to slow down and meet myself face to face. And have those conversations with myself and feel anything, like, running from my feelings, running from the person I was hiding from, me, by the way. I was a people pleaser. I was so focused on making other people happy that I was miserable on the inside. So if I slowed down enough, I would feel it. I would feel miserable. So I kept moving. So there's a couple of reasons why over planning is because we're not allowing time for ourselves. Now I'm going to feel like I might be counterintuitive because I always say like schedule in your self-care. And that's so true. It's like an appointment with yourself. But I'm talking about like the crazy planning where like every single minute of your day is calculated. I think of people that work in offices where it's like they have meetings like all day long. It's like, when are you supposed to work? When are you supposed to have time to breathe and figure out like your next move if you're always in meetings? And that's how I feel with planning your whole day. And now, obviously, I'm not saying offices don't need meetings, or they can even have all day meetings. You need to connect with your coworkers and things like that. You need to have a plan and, things like that. But if all you did was meeting from morning, like from start of work to the end of work, every single day of your work day, you're not getting your own work done. You're not having time to strengthen and grow your own craft, like whatever skills you have. You're not growing them and sharpening them, and you're not allowing space for growth and to hear. And like I said before, I need quiet to create. You need space to create, to become who you're most wanting to be, to improving yourself and being your best. So it's just like that. Like, so if you literally had your day booked from morning to night, where do you fit in the serendipitous stuff, the things that are just, life is showing up for you? People are coming into your life that you need right now, and maybe you're unaware of them. Or like different things are showing up in life. Like signs are popping up everywhere. Like, here's a goal, or, follow this, or, and sometimes we can get so busy being busy that we lose the signs around us that are guiding us towards the life we really want and becoming the best versions of ourselves. We can get so caught up in the planning, the doing, that we lose out on the fun things happening around us. It could be like you're so busy being busy that the sun is setting and it's like, oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. And everybody's looking around at it, but you're on your phone like, what's new on social media? What's happening with other people's lives? When planning happens, that's really what's going on, right? We're focused on something else when life is happening around us. Now I'm saying, I really want to be clear on this. I am not saying don't plan. I am a planner, and I, like I said, used to plan everything. I love planning. I love planning parties. I love planning holiday, like Christmas activities. I love planning so much. I do like a St. Patrick's Day. I love planning, and I love planning out for work and things like that. However, it's allowing space to just be creative, be you, slow down, listen to your heart. And actually, I had this aha moment recently where, my kids had a Pro D day. I'm like, oh, isn't that cool? Teachers have a day where they get to focus just on getting, I know a lot of the teachers at my kids' schools take courses and improve themselves as a teacher. I'm like, isn't that really neat that they have a whole day that no one, they're not expected to teach. They're not expected to do anything but focus on educating themselves more, strengthening their craft, their skills, adding more to their toolboxes of teaching. And I was like, I need to start doing this more, where it's on the calendar as a non-negotiable day of learning for me. It's so important to keep learning in our lives. So it's just allowing space for creativeness and learning, and at the same time letting life in and, showing up. So I hope this has helped. Hopefully it's not too, wild, but it's just, if you're constantly in planning mode, or maybe you're not and you have no plans at all, it's just, it's like, take a moment and be like, what's showing up there for me? Are you afraid to plan anything because it never happens? Or is it overwhelming? Or if you plan a lot, what's on that side? We don't want to slow down. Or maybe you found a happy medium between planning and not. And oh my goodness, way to go. That is amazing. Because it is a fine, loving balance. But like I said, I was in planning mode for my daughter and I to have a day together. And I was like, wait a second, let's have ideas. It's nice. What I do a lot of the time is have a list of things I'd like to do. And then we see where the day takes us. Because we want to reach out to some friends and see if they want to hang out and just different things. We want to be open to possibilities. And that's what you do. You have some ideas, have some plans, and then be open to possibilities that are out there. Because when we overplan, we shut ourselves off from all those possibilities because we're too busy looking down instead of looking up. And you can miss all those beautiful, amazing sunsets and moments in your life. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Take in a sunset or something, or a sunrise. Maybe you're a morning person. I prefer the evenings. So a sunset is more in my in my realm of possibilities, because sunrise is a little early for me. Anyways, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.